Hey friends, it's Miss Nikki and my friend
Joe again.
and welcome back to First Kids. We are so excited that you're here. We are doing our series on cereal, our tongue twister again. Series on cereal.
Said candy.
You almost said candy. Well, the candy one was really fun. Joe really enjoyed the candy. It was long. So today we have Apple Jacks, and I can't remember the last time I ate Apple Jacks, Joe.
Me either.
You can't do it. So what's your Apple Jacks is a combination of two flavors. And so it's apples and, do you know what the other flavor is? Cinnamon. Apples and cinnamon, two flavors combined. So Joe, if you were gonna eat something that was two flavors combined, what would be something that you would like to eat that's two flavors combined?
Oreos, cookies and cream.
Oreos, cookies and cream, like cookies and cream ice cream.
Yeah, I always get the cookies and cream blizzards from Dairy Queen.
That is awesome. I had Dairy Queen yesterday. It was pretty amazing.
I had Dairy Queen like 2 days.
2 days ago, there you go. Hey, plug for Dairy Queen. And so do you know what two flavors I really like together?
What?
I like sour cream and onion potato chips and chocolate together. I love those two combinations. Like a fudge stripe cookie and a bag of sour cream and onion potato chips are amazing. I went to Honduras on a mission trip one time, and that's what I wanted when I got off the plane was those two things together. I know it sounds gross, but boys and girls, you should absolutely try it. So we digress, but today we're talking about Apple Jacks, and we're talking about apple and cinnamon and the combination there. So I wonder what that has to do with the Bible. And so I have a story, and it's from Luke chapter 14, starting in verse 22, and it goes through verse 23. And this is like a story that we have heard of a bunch, Joe, but it's a really cool story. It says, right away, Jesus made the disciples get into the boat, and he had them go on ahead of him to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. Then he sent the crowd away. After he sent them away, he went up on the mountainside by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. The boat was already a long way from the land. It was being pounded by waves because the wind was blowing against it. Early in the morning, Jesus went out to the disciples, and he walked on the lake. They saw him walking on the lake, and they were terrified. They were like, it's a ghost. I would have been terrified if I had seen somebody walking on the water. They said, it's a ghost. And they cried out in fear. Right away, Jesus called out to them, be brave, it is I, don't be afraid. Lord, is it you? Peter asked. If it is, tell me to come to you on the water. Jesus said, come. So Peter got out of the boat. He walked on the water toward Jesus. But when Peter saw the wind, he was afraid. He began to sink, and he cried out, Lord, save me. Right away, Jesus reached out his hand, caught him. Your faith is so small, he said. Why do you doubt me? When they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Then those in the boat worshiped Jesus. They said, you really are the Son of God. So where were the disciples when this storm hit?
They were on a boat in the middle of the sea.
They were on a boat in the middle of the Sea of Galilee. That's a pretty cool place to be. I got to be there just a few months ago. And how did Jesus get to the disciples?
He walked onto the water.
He walked on the water. And when they saw Jesus, were they like super excited or were they scared?
They were scared.
They were.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost. They were super scared. Like, I know. And what did Peter ask Jesus?
Peter said, if it's really you, ask me to come out on the water.
He did. He said, if it's really you, let me come out there too. And so Jesus said, come on. And so Peter did. And was Peter able to walk on the water?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For a little bit.
For a little bit. And then what happened?
He got afraid, and then he started to sink.
And he did. He started watching the winds and the waves, and he started to sink. But Jesus reached out his hand, got him, and pulled him in. So would have Peter been able to walk on the water all by himself?
No.
No, it took a combination, didn't it? It took a combination of Jesus and Peter together in order for Peter to be able to do that. And we're talking about combinations today. Our favorite flavors together, cinnamon and apples with our Apple Jacks.
Cookies and cream.
Sour
cream and onion and chocolate.
Yeah, all these combinations. But the best combination we can have, Joe, is a relationship with Jesus. Because when we have that relationship with Jesus, there's nothing else that tops that combination. It's like the most amazing combination ever. Jesus and us. And so, Joe, have you ever asked Jesus to come into your life?
I have.
You have. And so you have that combination, right? You have Jesus living inside of you. And so you already have that relationship like Peter had. And so again, we want to encourage our friends out there, First Kids friends, if they don't have a relationship with Jesus, that's the best combination they can have, right?
I just realized sour cream and onion and chocolate is a three-way combination because it's sour cream, onion.
Oh, but it's still a combination, right? Well, you know that God has a three-way combination too. God the Father, Jesus the Son, and the Holy Spirit. They're all three in one. And that's the unity. The Trinity creates one in unity. And so that's a combination too. That's an amazing combination. So there's so many amazing combinations. The Trinity and also a relationship with Jesus Christ. So when you're eating your Apple Jacks or you're eating your favorite combination food, boys and girls, remember that the best combination is you and Jesus. So thanks, friends, for joining us today. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.